All right, so let's begin our experiment. For blue, we need 1 tablespoon. Notice that I am leveling. And 2 drops of food coloring. Okay, a teaspoon of salt for our green. And 2 drops. Move these out of the way. All right, a half a teaspoon for our yellow. And 2 drops of yellow. We're not done with yellow. All right, 1/4 of a teaspoon, our smallest one on here. It's very little salt. This is for our orange. Now I'm going to go ahead and put 5 drops of yellow and 1 drop of red. We want to make sure we can see the difference between our red and our orange. Go ahead and mix these up. And no salt for the red. Okay, I went ahead and added 5 just so that we can see the difference between these two. I may even add another drop of yellow to my orange. All right. Now we're going to make a rainbow and a graduated cylinder. Again, remember, control everything but the amount of salt. And of course, we changed colors just to show the differences in salt. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'll move this up here in just a minute so you can see it better. Now, I have a straw. You can use a straw if you want. You just put your finger on it like that, and that takes the water up. I also have a pipette and some clear water. I'm using this clear water so that when I change colors, I can clean out the straw or the pipette. So right now I want it empty, and I want to get this really salty water as my bottom layer. I'm going to go fairly fast at the beginning because I don't have to worry about any of the liquids mixing with each other right now. I'm going to go all the way up to 20 milliliters. Hopefully you're able to do this with me. Again, you can use different measurements of water, meaning you don't have to use 50 milliliters of water. Just make sure that each container has the same amount of water. When I get close to 20, I need to slow down. Not all of that salt has dissolved, so I'm trying to squeeze some of that up in there. Okay, let's see. Move this closer so you can see it. Now remember, you want to eyeball the meniscus, and that is perfect. The bottom of the curve is right on 20. Now I'm going to, notice, clean out the pipette. We'll start with green. Now you want to be very careful and slowly put the water up against the glass, because you want this water to sit on top of the blue water. If you're able to do this with me, please send a picture of your results so everybody can see them. You can post them on Google Classroom under comments. You can fast forward through the video. This takes a little bit of time. You can see the green is sitting on top of the blue. This isn't a magic trick. This is all science. And your job is to try to explain why it is sitting on top of the blue and why our yellow will hopefully sit on top of our green. Now, if you go too fast, you're likely to not see 5 distinct colors. If you go too fast, you might see brown. You might see 2 colors. When we do this lab at school, we usually do a 90-minute lab. So this might be a lengthy video. If you're using a straw, be careful because it'll probably come out faster. So far we're doing a good job not mixing it. Sounds like I'm losing my voice. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we're getting close to 40, so I need to slow down here. Take a look at what I'm doing up close. Remember, don't get in a hurry with this or you'll have your colors mixing. All right. So far we have blue and green. Clean out the pipette. I'd do it 2 or 3 times. You definitely don't want your green mixing with your yellow. All right, here we go, yellow. This one's the one that usually gives people trouble, so hopefully this will work for us. Let's stir it first. Please work. Hopefully you're starting to see yellow sit on top of the green. This is the one that wants to mix. I have to admit, I had to start over. I did a video earlier and my green and yellow mixed. But this time it looks like it's working. So obviously I either didn't measure correctly, didn't level very well, or I went too fast. So don't get upset if it doesn't work the first time. This is pretty cool, isn't it? So based on your results that you show me, I can tell if you controlled everything but the amount of salt. If I was good with technology, I would know how to speed this up for you, but like I said, you can fast forward through it. I need my technology people with me, Mr. Cooper and Ashton. Now remember, we're going to go up to 60. We want equal amounts in here. We're going by 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. This is working a lot better than the first time I did it. Probably got in too much of a hurry. Now, the farther away you get from the green, notice I'm starting to go a little faster. And be careful with siblings running around. Some of you have younger siblings. You don't want them to bump the table that you're doing this on. It's likely to mix it or fall over. All right, I'm getting close. Remember, you want to be eye level when you get close. Okay, I'm almost ready to change colors. All right. So we have 3 colors out of the rainbow. Move that one out of the way. Get rid of these. Just make sure your pipette's cleaned out really well before you go on. All right. We're doing the orange, the 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Remember, be very careful when you're first starting your new color. I'm going to go all the way to 80. Notice how slowly I'm doing this. If you get in a hurry, they will mix. It's doing pretty good. I hope we get to come back to school so you guys can do this together as a team. Kids love doing this lab. We'll have to get Mr. Tuberty to give us a 90-minute day. I don't know about you, but my pets are so happy that I'm home with them. I'm sure your pets are too. Reminder, we're going to 80. I'm probably going to go a little faster now that I'm farther away from the yellow. So for today's assignment, when we get done with this, you will analyze the results, and I'll show you what I have on the board. I'm going to make a color-coded key telling the amounts of salt in each of the colors. And I would show the 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 on the graduated cylinder that you draw. And then I even started the conclusion for you. All you have to do is put in a word, I think, to make it accurate, to explain why this works. I even have a diagram showing the salt particles. Just a reminder, if you don't have a lot of salt at home, see if you can use sugar. We're just adding matter. As we go down, there's more matter in each color. Okay, I'm getting pretty close, so I'm going to get eye level here in a minute. And maybe one more. Okay, perfect. Move the orange out of the way. Clean out the pipette. Okay, we're ready for red. And no salt. Hopefully this is red enough. You may not be able to see this until I move the iPad. Okay, I can actually see the difference in the red and the orange. Don't know if you can see it on the iPad though. Hopefully where you're doing yours, you're in the right amount of lighting to see it. This is actually coming out really well. I'm going to move the iPad for a minute and see if you can see it better. Not really. Try this lighting. Now maybe you can see. Yeah, not really. I'll try to move the lighting when I'm done. I'll put a white card behind it, and maybe that'll show up. Almost done, and I see a rainbow. So even though we have the same volume of each of these different colored liquids, they're able to sit on top of each other. So the question is why? Okay, one more squirt. Let me get a white index card. Now you can see it. See the red and the orange, yellow, and blue. How cool is that? Let me move it over here. See if we can see it even better. There's the blue, green, yellow, and the orange and the red. Ta-da! We did it!